What a time it is to be alive today because, it is almost going to be July 2025. And in today's world, it's so easy to just do research on specific problems that are happening in a bunch of different industries, create different designs and mock-ups, brainstorm on different ideas, actually build out those ideas in like a day or two, and actually turn these ideas into legit businesses that are sustainable, that basically run on their own, or basically you have different systems that help you with automation and with marketing and with customer support. And in today's video, we're just going to do like a simplified A to Z on, brainstorming on something, some type of idea that you have in your head, or maybe you have a specific job or a specific hobby that has a specific problem and kind of a specific type of solution that you want to build. And in today's video, we're just going to basically go from A to C, from, research, brainstorming, design, building, hosting your build, automating different processes like email marketing, and so on and so forth. And before we actually get started, I just want to, kindly invite you guys to my Discord server, which we, basically use to get together every single weekday. And yeah, basically we do it Monday through Friday. We're a bunch of different people from all over the world, designers, developers, no-code developers, people building their own startup, side hustlers. And we get together in these different calls to basically, ask how we're doing, share our different struggles, talk about different tools and workflows. So if you guys are interested in that, feel free to join my Discord server. Link is down in the description below. But yeah, one of the best places to start and go into different types of discussions and, try to listen to what the people are actually saying in the internet, are places like Reddit, for example. So on Reddit, you have a bunch of these different servers, like this one, for example, Vibe Coding, where you have, people posting every single hour or so, or maybe even more than that, twice an hour, about different things that they want to share, different problems that they might have, like anyone else stuck without proper dev support. So in my case, I vibe code every single day. It's like a, passion of mine. It's part of my job. So I'm into this topic. So I know I have my own problems, and I kind of want to see, let's say we want to build some type of tool that helps vibe coders with something, right? So it's good to kind of manually go ahead into Reddit and look at all these different subreddits that have to do with the problem that you're trying to solve, right? You have a problem that you have, start with a problem, and you want to go into Reddit and kind of see how other people are solving this problem, or how they cope with this specific problem, or if they have any other problems that relate to this main problem that you're trying to solve. And a great tool that kind of goes hand in hand with Reddit, and I've done a few videos on this in the past, is this tool called GummySearch, right? And basically, I created a few audiences, and in this case, I created vibe coding. So, for example, you basically save all of these different subreddits into this specific audience, right? This one is even included, the one that I was just in right now, right? Slash vibe coding. You can see it right here. And it basically gets all of the data in there, and it's an AI that understands all of the different conversations and kind of wraps up a summary on different things like hot discussions, top content, solution requests. We even have ideas or pain and anger, right? If I click on pain and anger, you can kind of get like this quick little summary as to what's their main pain point. So for example, it revolves around frustrations with wasted time on non-essential tasks, struggles with user acquisition despite product launches, and the stress of finding the right low-code platform, right? So these are like similar, pain and anger points that people are facing in this vibe coding community. And then we get opportunities down here. So if I click on opportunities, we get vibe coding communities on Reddit are offering opportunities for individuals to collaborate on various projects. So that's also another cool thing that you can build, including developing bots with AI, seeking technical co-founders for web mobile apps, and building support communities for startup journeys, right? So support communities is also another thing that you can probably think of, creating, or like a directory of support communities. So all in all, I think that Reddit and like places like Quora, but I think Reddit is, a little bit better. They're good places to kind of, dive into and do some research in specific different types of communities of people and see what they're talking about. And another nice workflow that I want to share in this, research chapter is this one called Strawberry browser. And basically I've created all of these little AI agents. We have Laura, we have Lovable Expert, Framer Bro, Challenge Guy, Make.com Bro, Tempo Dude, Research Girl, Research Bro. So I've created all of these different AI agents. And what you can do is you can basically go here and you can go to the companion settings and give it a few skill sets. In this case, I gave it like some lovable documentation guides, but you can add some more skill sets. And what's cool is that you can also, use it to research on different things. So you can research on different like vibe coding communities out there, or you can go into like something like LinkedIn and search for help, make it help you search for people that are in this vibe coding community. Maybe they have like a keyword in their profile that says vibe coder. They have some really cool use cases in their social media, especially on X. So I definitely recommend you looking at that. So going back into GummySearch, we can click on one of these different tabs and basically bring this idea into ChatGPT and kind of create a good prompt to start off with. So example, tools for idea generation. So we can just click on copy this and we can say, and if you have the pro version of GummySearch, you can basically ask the ideas more about something. So if you like, for example, idea generation, you can ask it more about idea generation. So we can submit this, hey, I want to create a tool that helps users with SaaS idea generation. So tool concept, SaaS idea generation, core features, prompt-based idea generation, ask what industries are you interested in, what problems do you want to solve, B2B, B2C, mini validation, check for domain availability, idea scoring, which seems pretty cool, and then save and export. You can basically export that as a PDF, right? So we can say like, provide me with a prompt for the main dashboard. Please include all the core features and give it a unique design. So it gives us this nice, prompt for the dashboard UI for AI generated tools like MagicPath, V0, or Lovable, right? So let's just get this, right? Copy this. And that's where the next tool comes in, which is called MagicPath. And basically in MagicPath, what you want to do is you want to just click here on the plus sign and start creating a specific design based on this prompt that ChatGPT provided you with, right? So we can just paste our entire prompt like this and give it to the MagicPath AI. And it's basically going to start designing something based on what you just provided it with. And again, you don't have to use ChatGPT for this specific step. You could, you could talk to the MagicPath AI, completely free of charge. It won't take any credits away from you. So if you don't pay for ChatGPT, or if you just want to do this directly here, you can totally do that. And it's going to give you some nice designs, right? So just out of context, we did this in just one shot today in our live stream. So, this is just a great example of how it's going to look like with just one shot. So, and this was with chatting with the AI, right? So as you chat with the AI, maybe back and forth like 5 times, just trying to confirm the colors, the fonts, and all of that, you can create a nice design looking like this. And as you can see, with just one try, let me just, hide this over here. With just one try, we get this launch pilot dashboard. Cool name, launch pilot, right? And then we can see we have the logo, we have the profile over here, we have the pro plan, idea generator, where we can basically just write some type of idea like loneliness, right? Or what problem do you want to solve? Loneliness. Industry, we can choose something like e-commerce. As you can see, they start to drop down here. Developers, budget is 20K, skill level beginner, and then you can generate different ideas based on this problem. And then we have all of these different ideas like AI meeting summarizer, which is just one example. And then we have market check, Google Trends last 6 months, domain, competitors, right? So this is a really cool start. Obviously, a lot of this is just a facade. You'd have to kind of integrate different, integrations, which I'm going to cover in this video. But we have a very nice, very organized looking thing here, which we can use. And if you don't like the design, what you can do is you can just copy, Command C, Command V, paste it on the side, and say something like, oh, let's make it into a dark mode and no colors, just black and white. And then we basically get something like this, right? Where we just click on these different tags, generate some specific ideas, validate this idea, and it's more of a dark mode rather than this purple mode that we had on the left, right? And I actually like this. It's more neutral, more my style, right? So we can go ahead with this. Now, another website that I just discovered today from the community was this one called Refero.design. And basically it lets you look at different flows from different companies, right? I actually did a video yesterday on a tool called Mobbin that also does the same thing, but it's actually really good, but you know, you need to pay to kind of see a bunch of different results. Here you can just get started for free. And for example, like I can do something like I could search for a specific flow that is, you know, let's say like some type of onboarding, right? Signing up and onboarding, right? And you can see different types of flows from different companies, right? This is from Notion, and you can see their onboarding, like this one, for example. And what you can do with MagicPath is you can create a different flow. You can create a flow here. So here I could say, let's create an onboarding page, right? And basically we get this nice little, you know, onboarding step-by-step thing here, where we can, you know, get started and choose different types of things over here, right? But what we can do is go back into Refero and take a screenshot of this and ask MagicPath like this to kind of design it in this style of Notion, right? So let's design this onboarding flow in the style of the attached image, but keep the dark color schemes. Click on enter, and then we get more of the same type of style, right? With the little check mark at the top. If you hover over it, you get this nice little like hover fill color, right? And it's looking more and more like the actual Notion onboarding steps. Now, once we want to, you know, we have this design, we like it, we created this nice little prototype with different steps, different flows. We want to kind of bring this away from just designing and actually build something to connect it to a domain, to actually send it to people and to start getting users, right? So what we have to do here in MagicPath is you can select something like this. And what you do is you click on this view code, you click on open in Cursor, you copy this full command, you open your terminal, and inside of your terminal, you're just going to, you know, go like this, click on enter, write down your project name, which is called Launch Pilot, click on enter again. Now it installs the dependencies using Yarn, so that means that you're gonna have to run yarn dev to run your project locally. And then we're gonna click on enter to open the project inside of Cursor. And now basically, as you can see, it starts to open just like this, you know, just with a couple of clicks, and voila, we have it, right? So if I were to just go down here and type in yarn dev, click on enter, and just wait a second or two for this to load, we get our local host open, and you can see our launch pilot dashboard right now live in our local machine, right? So that's the first step. Now, a good idea would be to open Cursor on the left and have your, you know, project on the right looking like this. And basically what you can do here is you can just, let me just lower this a little bit. What you can do here is basically, you know, open your file or edit your project on the left with this AI agent, and then see the changes happen live. So let's say, for example, we want to delete this, let's say budget or skill level, right? Let's delete the skill level. Let's just put it in quotes. The skill level options in the idea generator, right? Click on enter, and then you're going to start seeing that the Cursor AI agent is going to start working. It's going to start giving you some steps. It found where it's located, and it sees exactly the structure. It can tell you what it has to remove. It removes it, and then it's going to ask you to kind of confirm it so that it is, you know, inside of the code. So let's just click on this accept, and voila, it's gone. Now, wouldn't it be nice if this actually worked? If I had like a specific keyword here, and you know the website would actually see these different keywords here, these different categories, and then an AI would actually generate these different ideas for me, right? So this generated ideas, you know, feed would be generated by OpenAI, right, by ChatGPT. So what you can do is you can go to platform.openai.com/prompts, or just platform.openai.com, and then basically go down here to your API keys and create a new API key. So in this case, it looks like this, and you're just going to click on create new secret key. Let's call it launch pilot, right? Click on launch pilot, create the secret key, and you're going to want to copy this key somewhere, paste it somewhere safe so that you don't lose it, right? But we're going to go back into our project, which is over here. Make sure that it's on the right over here. Perfect. And now what we're going to say is we're going to say, let's integrate OpenAI API to allow the AI to generate ideas. Let's just keep it as simple as this. And basically, Cursor is going to provide us with a field inside a specific file where we just have to replace our API key, and then we can test out to see if it actually works. But basically, there's so many different types of integrations that you can look into, right? I would definitely look into Lovable's integration docs, because most of these integrations that work well with Lovable are pretty easy to use. So for example, here, docs.lovable.dev, you can see all of the different integrations, verified and unverified ones, and these are all pretty kind of straightforward to use. So this is just a good tip for you guys to check out. But yeah, guys, once you're done with your app, you add all of these different integrations, you add all of these different pages that you want. Obviously, it's going to take some time for you to do that, right? This is just a quick recap video, so to say. You could push this to something like GitHub. So for example, in GitHub, you would want to create a new repository. Let's call this like Launchpad, right? And basically make it public. Let's create the repository. And then it's going to create this link. We're going to just copy this link and go back into Cursor. And let's connect this to GitHub. This is my repository link. And just click on enter. And once it's in GitHub, basically, if you want to connect it to a specific domain, right, you can use something like GoDaddy or Namecheap to buy that domain. Basically, you can find domains that cost $10 to 100 to 10,000, right? So you obviously want something in your price range, right? And then you can add a new project, right? You can import an existing project from GitHub. You can choose your GitHub account, right? In my case, it's this one. Then you can scroll down to Launchpad, for example, and then just basically go ahead and deploy Launchpad. Then, for example, this might be your project overview over here. And once you want to go down here to domain management, it's going to give you this like test domain that you can just open and it works. But you can go ahead down here to somewhere over here, add domain, right? Buy a domain or add a domain that you already own from like Namecheap or GoDaddy, and basically put it there and host your site. And once your app works out and you have it all functioning with your different integrations, you have a live website, and you want to build a nice, stunning marketing website, I think the best place to do that is, using something like Framer, where you can basically find different templates. Like in this case, I'm here in the Framer gallery. These are like the best Framer websites. And you can basically go around. It's completely flexible, right? There is a little bit of a learning curve, obviously, like with everything, but you could go to the Framer templates and look for some nice templates out there that are, you can find some good free ones like this one, for example, or this one. And basically you can preview it over here in a new tab to kind of see how this looks like. And you see, okay, I can well imagine this for my own startup. Have a nice little landing page, and over here, instead of book a call, you can put like, sign up, and here you can put like something like sign in. And it has a nice little design, very simple, but it's a very, very nice design that gets the job done. And I totally, recommend using something like this. And it's as easy as just doing this, right? Use for free. And then if you're signed up, it just automatically opens inside of your account. And then you can start doing things like you can start adjusting certain things. Like, for example, this book a call, we can replace this with something like register, right? To register, and then we can link this to our app URL instead of to cal.com, and we can fix this replace this text with something like find your app idea today, right? And then again, you can easily just publish this, right, in a Framer website. Click over here. We have already like a preview version with a preview, URL. But then once you want to like actually add this to a real URL, it's very easy. You just have to add the domain, go down here, connect to your own domain. You have to basically purchase a plan, but you can connect your own domain, and plans start off like at a really good price. You can see over here you can get this mini plan for $5 a month, which is a bargain, because all you have to have is like a home page and a 404 page. But you can go for a more expensive plan if you want to have like 1,000 pages. You want to have CMS collections, which are basically blog posts to kind of eventually get some organic traffic into your website. And then once you have your app, you have your website, and you're very happy with that, you have to start beginning to promote it and to have different automation set up and to kind of have a nice, organization happening around your product where you have all of your different users organized, and you can basically manage everything in a nice dashboard and not have to worry about losing clients or not knowing where a specific client went. And it's a great place to find kind of metrics of what's working, what's not working. It's basically like a big life changer, right? And this tool is called GoHighLevel, right? In GoHighLevel, you can basically create a little account for your startup, and you can start, creating different marketing things like social planners, where you can basically connect different accounts like Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and start, promoting posts on all of these different platforms as a total schedule. You can set up different email campaigns for specific types of seasons, right? If you're trying to do like this idea generation thing, you can do something for like 4th of July where we have like a specific email marketing thing set up. You can manage campaigns, you can design different templates, create new templates. And similarly to something like Zapier, you can create different types of automation. So whenever someone kind of books, or let's say someone registers for an account, they get an automatic email saying like, welcome to our product, please read through this and this. And then, for example, you can do something like, if they don't use your account in like 24 hours, send them another email, or you can even send them a text message if you wanted to, or WhatsApp message. It's completely flexible. So you can start testing all of these different workflows and, kind of do different things for different types of users, right? Come for completely new users, for users that, stop paying for your service, for users that are very active. And another thing that I like from GoHighLevel is that you have like this memberships aspect. So if you have active users, you can create like a client portal. You can create like courses about specific things about your product. You can create different communities, like kind of like a school or a Discord community, where you can get people to kind of get together and talk about different topics. And you basically get like an overview of your whole and you basically get like an entire overview of your whole system, from marketing to automations to memberships to all of these different cool features that they provide you with. So definitely try this out. And by the way, I have like a really good deal for this. It's 30 days for free. It's like a $97 value or something like that. So you can try this out completely for free with the link that I have down in the description. So if, for example, you build some type of startup and you want to just test this out, this is like the best kind of deal to have, because you don't even have to pay anything. You can just sign up and basically test things out. And if you like it, keep it. If not, you can just let it go. And by the way, you can even integrate your payment system here. So it's very intuitive, this GoHighLevel. A lot of different cool features that you can try out, and it's all very centralized. So basically, it's your app, right? Your marketing website, and this GoHighLevel kind of managing the whole marketing and client traffic, right? So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed this video today. It was a lot of fun, a lot of different things that we learned. It's this is the time of the year, the time of the century, and it's only going to get better, because all these different tools, a lot of people are scared that they're going to take their jobs away, or we have to learn a lot of these different things very quickly, so we're overwhelmed. But I really think these tools are helping us to actually build things faster and in better quality. And I really suggest everyone to kind of dip their toes into these different tools to end up building something great for society. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful day. If you have any types of comments or questions, please feel free to let me know and down in the comments below. and I'll be happy to, to respond. But yeah, guys, have a good one. Goodbye.